President Bola Tinubu on Tuesday spoke of his administration's commitment to continue providing the needed interventions in the oil and gas industry in compliance with the provisions of the Petroleum Industry Act. President Tinubu gave the assurance when he received a delegation from Chevron Corporation, led by President of Chevron International Exploration and Production, Clay Neff, at the State House, Abuja. According to a statement by his special advisor on media and publicity, Ajuri Ngelale, the president said Nigeria will strengthen its long-standing partnership with the multinational company in line with evolving dynamics in the oil and gas industry. The president welcomed Chevron's commitment to build on its investment in shallow and deep water operations in Nigeria, noting the company's ongoing $1.4 billion drilling project with the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. In his remarks, Mr. Neff pledged that the company would continue to operate in full adherence to the highest standards, even as it meets its investment commitments in Nigeria. He highlighted the company's contributions to domestic gas supply, noting the delivery of 25% gas through a joint venture with NNPC Limited, adding that Chevron's average annual tax and royalty remittances over the past 3 years had reached $3.4 billion. Meanwhile, the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, a global transparency body, on Tuesday charged the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited to provide further details on its 20% equity in the Dangote Petroleum Refinery. It gave the charge during a visit of the 80 delegation to Nigeria, stressing that NNPCL had yet to clarify its equity interest in the $20 billion refinery. The 80 technical director, Alex Gordy, told journalists at the Abuja headquarters of the Nigeria Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative that the national oil firm should be more transparent, as there were a lot of questions surrounding NNPCL's acquisition of 20% stake in the refinery. He said the oil firm should reveal the equity mode of payment, as all that was in the public domain was that the national oil company would pay for the equity acquisition with crude oil deliveries. Another member of the delegation and Deputy Executive Director, AT, Badi Bard, said the delegation was in Nigeria because of the outcome of the recent validation of the country's extractive industry. He pointed out that the absence of a consistent native board, national stakeholders working group, had been a major drawback to the country, especially in terms of validation assessments. Now, the federal government on Tuesday performed the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of a 50,000 metric tons liquefied petroleum gas and propane depot, and stated that the facility would create 100,000 jobs. It said the facility, which is being developed by NESGAS, would bridge Nigeria's energy demand, mitigate the environmental impact associated with traditional fossil fuels, create employment opportunities, and boost the overall growth of the economy. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Ekperipe Epo, disclosed while performing the groundbreaking of the 50,000 metric ton LPG and propane depot at the oil and gas free trade zone on River State. Epo, in a statement from NESGAS, said the facility would further help in unlocking Nigeria's abundant gas potential to support cleaner, more sustainable energy sources and diversify the economy. EPO assured investors in the gas sector that the federal government was aggressively working to establish laws and regulations that will guarantee transparency, draw in more funding, and provide an even playing field for all players in the market. And the federal government, through the Bureau of Public Enterprises, is currently carrying out transactions for the sale of 5 power plants under the National Integrated Power Projects at a cost of about $1.15 billion. It was gathered on Tuesday. Although sources familiar with the development explained that the cost of the plants should exceed $5 billion based on international benchmark, they revealed that the BPE was planning to sell the facilities at a price that is a little above $1.1 billion. The acting Director General of BPE, Ignatius Ayewo, confirmed that the transaction is ongoing, adding that it is not concluded. The BPE boss did not disclose the cost for the 5 plants. However, sources at the Bureau named the 5 power plants to include the 434 megawatt gas-fired Gerubu 2 power plant located in Kogi, 451 megawatt Omotosho 2 plant in Ondo, and 750 megawatt Olorunshogo 2 plant in Ogun State. Others include the 563 megawatt Odukbani power plant in Calabar, Cross River State, and the 451 megawatt Bini Iyowo plant in Edo State. Now, the Central Bank of Nigeria has said that the 238.87% increase in the allocation for the Small and Medium Enterprises Development Agency of Nigeria to 19.79 billion naira in the 2024 budget is an indication of the federal government's commitment to boosting the business environment. CBN's Deputy Governor, Economic Policy, CBN, Mohammed Abdullahi Datijo, disclosed this on Tuesday during a keynote address at the 10th National Economic Outlook, Implications for Businesses in Nigeria 2024, organized by the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria. Abdullahi Datijo, who was represented by the Director of the Monetary Policy Department, Mohammed Musa Tumala, revealed that the allocation to SMEDAN rose to 19.79 billion naira in 2024 from 5.84 billion naira in the previous budget. According to Abdullahi Datijo, the government seeks to diversify its revenue sources, weaning itself off the volatile dependency on oil. The CBN Deputy Governor also harped on the need for businesses to adopt strategies that would enable them to cope with the current insecurity in the country.